Hope you're doing well today. I hope nothing but good health, prosperity, a strong mindset, and a healthy vision for the future. We're still traveling. I'll talk about what it's like in Vietnam, specifically in Da Nang. I've been here for the past couple months, so I have a couple experiences under my belt. I'll say that when it comes down to being here, this place is really good if you're the kind of person who wants to focus and you want to kind of build some kind of business. When it comes down to it, there's a lot of places to see and there's a lot of things that you can do. For me personally, I'm really big on the mountains and exploring, seeing the landscapes, stuff like that. If you're into beaches, there's plenty of beaches around that you can visit. And if you were to really compare it to somewhere like Thailand, the vibe is a little bit different in the sense that Vietnam feels a lot more close together, a little bit smaller than somewhere like Chiang Mai, in my personal opinion. Now, I've been traveling for a little bit now, and solo travel specifically has kind of taught me a lot of things about what it means to really have some kind of structure to your lifestyle. When you're taking a leap in going into like a foreign environment, the last thing you want to do is to not be organized and to kind of underestimate what can come with traveling. Once you leave your old kind of lifestyle and you discover what it means or what travel kind of feels like, you don't really want to go back to the routine or go back to what's like expected, the script. And now it feels like we're moving into a chapter of building something for yourself. The only way to be able to sustain the kind of life that gives you mobility, or at least that gives you more options, is to be able to take risk and put yourself in the position where you are able to fail. I think the biggest thing to take away from solo traveling is the idea that you're responsible for the majority of things that happen to you. And if you don't step outside your comfort zone to be able to acknowledge or assume some level of risk, you won't grow as an individual and you'll always be comfortable staying where you are. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with having a stable, regular work, to be honest. It's not for me personally, in the sense that, like, if I were to repeat the same kind of day in an environment that makes me uncomfortable or that makes me feel like down or drained or trapped, it's not necessarily something that suits my mentality, but there's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like this whole idea of breaking out of the system is kind of villainized, ironically enough. I do think it's important to see what else is out there, but having a consistent pay is something that's very, very underrated. Try to just look at the positive aspect of everything. Things could be a lot worse. And if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're in a position where you at least have internet and some shelter. So that is a very big thing to be grateful for. I just kind of want to talk about what it's like to take that risk and the insight I've gotten from just seeing that, okay, on the other side of the risk, there's a lot more responsibility that comes with it. And being grateful for where you are, no matter where you are in life, is very, very important, because there are some people who would love to be in your spot, no matter how much you overlook it or don't realize what you have for yourself. Solo traveling is definitely important, at least to do once, because it does open up your perspective to seeing what else is in the world, to seeing the beautiful earth. You know what I mean? There's a lot of beautiful things and beautiful places that are pretty much hidden gems on this planet. And if you don't take the time to at least see them, at least once, then you're missing out on a huge aspect of your life. So I recommend definitely taking that leap if you have that opportunity. And you can always ask yourself, well, where does the money come from? That's the thing about it too, is that you are going to have to learn to become resourceful, and you're going to have to learn to develop the ability to generate income. You get what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the times the only way that we're ever taught to make money is to work 9 to 5. And that's a very stable and it's a good thing to do. It helps the economy move forward. It keeps society afloat. Nothing wrong with that. But there does come a point in time where you want to establish a level of control over your own destiny. And that's where learning a skill like freelancing or learning to build a business, either through like e-commerce or drop shipping, it just kind of builds that muscle of independence. And the best thing for your life is to be able to control and decide where you take it. So that's kind of the lesson for today. It's been a while since I've uploaded, so I just wanted to kind of drop something here and document the journey, and hopefully there's something that of value that comes from this kind of content. So anyways, that's the video. Watch this one, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.